Hi guys! After a lot of planning and visiting Tokyo Disney twice this year, I'll share with you guys some of my tips and tricks to make the best of your time in Disney. I hope you guys find today's video helpful while planning your Tokyo Disney holiday. Try to go on a weekday. And by weekday, I mean avoid Mondays and Fridays as well. The lines in the parks are crazy long. Even on the weekdays, it's not uncommon for queue lines to go up to an hour and 30 minutes long. The parks can still get crowded on weekdays, but it's way more manageable, since for the most parts, the locals are at work or in school. Ticket prices are also cheaper on the weekdays compared to weekends, so that's a plus as well. Cheaper tickets with less crowd, always a winner. This whole line to the front is the soaring queue, and everybody who's below us is also in the soaring queue. Everybody there is in the soaring queue. If you're not into parades, you can actually skip it and go for the more popular rides such as Beauty and the Beast. I kinda noticed that the normal 2-hour queue for this very popular ride can go down to as low as only 1 hour long during the day and night parade. This is quite common as most people are waiting for the parade, hence the shorter queue lines. However, when in Disneyland, I highly recommend that you catch either the day or the night parade, as they are really fun to watch. Personally, I preferred the electrical parade at night with more classic Disney characters. Talking about parades, never try to fight with the locals for a spot to catch the parade. Why? Because many locals will rope drop a spot just to be at the front row of the parade. I have seen them booking a spot the moment the park opens. This means a good 4 to 5 hour wait, and I've seen them waiting with their picnic chairs, mats, umbrellas, just to be at the front row when the parade passes. Parades are a huge deal in Tokyo Disney. Your best bet is to go up to a waiting area about 30 to 45 minutes before the parade starts and try to get as good of a spot as you can and just enjoy the parade. Already started they started to stick their spot for the 2 o'clock parade. Yeah. Wow, insane. It's like 9. I go back to enjoying my queue for the parade. I've been queuing for the past an hour and a half, and I have half more hour to go because the queue is so cold. I know everyone hears this a lot, but I'll say it again anyways. Get to the parks early, and I mean at least an hour before the park opens. Don't be surprised if there is already a huge crowd of locals lining in front of the park gates. Rope drop is a big thing in Tokyo Disney. Also, the parks tend to let guests in early. When I visited, cast members started to let guests in at around 8:30, even though the park's official opening time was 9. I guess this is due to the huge crowd of people already waiting in front of the gates. I was able to ride my first ride at 9 and it was almost a walk-on. Oh my gosh, look at the crowd. It's 8:30 and the park only officially opens at 9. But we are through the turnstiles and we're gonna go to queue for our first ride. 7:45, we got here around 7:30 and this is how the queue looks like to DisneySea at 7:45 a.m. It is a hot day and it's around 8:30 now. They started to let people into the park. So finally the crowd is moving and we are gonna make our way into DisneySea. Oh yeah, Chippendale! Tokyo Disney is unique in that they actually allow you to bring food into the parks. This applies for both DisneySea and DisneyLand. The queues for food in the parks do get extremely long, and I mean up to an hour or more. The locals do actually rope drop some restaurants as well. So unless you're willing to stand in line for food, I highly suggest packing your own food into the parks. It is 1 something, about to be 2, and we've just stopped for lunch and we actually packed lunch from outside into Disney because we didn't want to have to queue for food. We are having Family Mart lunch in Disney. And we have a quiet and peaceful place for lunch. Use the single rider line when it is available. Only DisneySea has the single rider option, and I think only for 2 rides, Indiana Jones and Raging Spirits. With single rider, you do have to separate from your party, and you will sit with strangers, but it will allow you to save lots of time. On my last visit, I was able to cut short a 1-hour wait time to only 10 minutes using the single rider option on Raging Spirits. Taking the single rider line and I'm just gonna wait for a space to open up. I just cut short a 55 minutes wait on Raging Spirits to maybe like a 10 minutes wait with a single rider line. So if there is a single rider line, always take it. Head in an anti-clockwise direction when you rope drop the parks. Most of the crowd will tend to go right towards the nearest attraction. While this is not proven, I have found that going counterclockwise in Disneyland helped with shorter queue lines early in the day. Of course, the crowd will even out by noontime, so then the only other time with shorter queue lines will be during the parades. Lastly, remember to just have fun. Try not to get stressed out by the queues, the crowds, and just enjoy the parks. I'll have to take my own advice for this tip. As for me, regardless of the crowd and wait times, I still love Tokyo Disney and would love to be back in Disney. I hope you guys have a wonderful time in Disney, and thanks for watching.